Queens of the Stone Age. In Times New Roman. This would be number 8 from this band. And apparently this is supposed to be a trilogy of albums. The end of a trilogy of albums that started apparently with Like Clockwork. And of course of this trilogy, might give us a Like Clockwork. I'm going to just tell you right off the bat. That being said, I genuinely like this record a lot. Hard to say not to, usually with Queens of Stone Age. And plus, given the whole situation leading into this record, an unfortunate divorce, and I guess apparently some cancer situation, it seems, has happened. And some of that is all over inside of this record, from about dealing with his divorce and everything. The lead single of this record, coming through negative space. Motion sickness, definitely the most like catchy and typical what you expect, as people are saying paper mache and what the people say, which are definitely massive highlights in this record, as is the single Emotion Sickness. Carnal Voyeur, unfortunately, despite its name title, I was hoping for better, and I didn't get that. But Obscenery, that opens this, is a great opener, and Straight Jacket Fitting is a good closer as well. I didn't mind Sicily. Oh, shit. Personally. I really just... I mean, it grooves pretty hard. There's nothing as super as funky as the opener from Villains, but a lot of people have had an issue with Villains. I didn't mind it as much as everybody else. Sure, I haven't come back to it or wanted to come back to it nearly as much as, say, as the previous as the album prior to that, Like Clockwork. Yet alone, I'm a guy that's more of a rated R, songs for the deaf guy. And I know I'm not going to even get anything close to that back. If we get anything like Clockwork, I'll be happy. You know what I mean? And Times New Roman is definitely... I feel like it's still going to be good. Any Queen of the Stone Age fan, this record's going to be doing enough to satisfy you. It's also a little on the... It's kind of grungier in terms of its production, which allows this album to kind of come off like essentially lullabies, musically like Lullabies to Paralyze by way of Like Clockwork. Essentially, actually, it feels like musically it's a combination between those two records, with a hint of Era Vulgaris experimentation and a certain sense of the production of the self-titled, in terms of being able to handle something heavier and sludgier sounding. But that's kind of where... And I like a lot of what goes on here. It's not that there isn't hooks and anything, but I just have this weird... And I still like this record. My score does not reflect what I'm about to say necessarily, but I feel it's... Because it is higher than what I'm saying. I feel it for some strange reason, given what happened with Villains and the reception of that, I feel they wound up slightly playing a little more safe here. Musically, at least. But... Or at least for Queens of Stone Age standards, which is still solid and good, you know? Just not, as, great or... I mean, it is great for what it is, but it's not as I'm not going to be able to give it a masterclass certification. I'm just going to tell you that right off the bat. But from what this album is... It's definitely gonna... I'll feel stupid if I don't put this in honorable mentions. I'm definitely gonna do that. And depending on how the year goes, it may make the list proper. But making list proper is gonna be a stretch for me. I mean, his vocals are very good. I mean, definitely a lot of David Bowieism still in there. Some Sabbath... Time and place didn't do a whole lot. I didn't mind some of the... It's not... Negative space ain't bad. I didn't mind the 1, 2, 3 of it, and the Made to Parade does kind of get things back in order. But Carnival Warriors, whatever. But then what the people say fixes things up, and then and we get into Smooth Sailing with Sicily, the single emotion sickness, and straight jacket fitting, being pretty good. I think the track does end, and then it kind of shortly goes into a weird acoustic outro, which is nice, actually. Or at least it's handled a little better than Mosquito Song, to be fair. And which is the only, like, thing, which, luckily that's an epilogue, and you don't have to actually count it as part of their actual record when it comes to with Songs for the Deaf for that, luckily. But with this record, I like it. I like it a lot. I want to love it, but I can't say I do. Or at least not in the same sense as what I kind of already gotten from Foo Fighters' recent album. I might like that. I mean, I feel like, plus that one's more surprising because, you know, we've kind of had a slump with Foo Fighters, whereas we never really got that with Queens of the Stone Age. So, you know, you're always going to get something good or solid no matter what. It's just a matter of where it's going to land, where the good to solid is gonna, if it's gonna be greatness or masterclass level, which outside of Like Clockwork, they haven't really done that yet. And I'm happy this is a better record than the last one, for sure. And it fits more in my alley, but I'm not clicking with it as much as, like, or wanting to go back to this, like I would say a Rated R or a So the Deaf or a Like Clockwork. But I would definitely still not only pick it over Villains, but I would pick it over I may go as far as to pick it over both Era Vulgaris and that record, but I almost want to, like, go more to self-titled than this. Because that still kind of qualifies somewhat in the era I prefer of Queens of Stone Age, but that's just me. I still like this thing a lot, and from hopefully my score, which is apparently a high Keep It Real, a strong Keeping It Real, to a solid Horns Up. Not quite a strong Horns Up necessarily, but it might get there. We still got the end of the year, but and it's gonna make, no matter what, make honorable mentions for me. As any Queens of Stone Age record should most of the time. So, yeah. What did you guys think of the new Queens of Stone Age? Did you like it even more than me? Did you like it a little less than me? Did you like it about the same? Leave a comment below, let me know. If you like this video, rock the like button with the rest if you must. Hit the subscribe button, click the notification, and click that notification bell to get all notifications of my videos. And as always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, y'all.